It's are not common enough.
Alright, Lalo, you're alive now.
Did I say that on camera?
Kinda.
Hello, welcome to Third Edition. I'm Lalo.
And I'm Ronald.
And I am a moron, okay? I
Absolutely.
understand that.
I think everyone who watches this channel knows that. So what are we covering and why are we covering it?
We're covering Blue Beetle Graduation Day. Written by... I forgot the
Oh my god,
writers in
Lalo!
the...
The man!
Oh, where? I forgot the writers in, like, the minute that we were... Written by... It was fucking load. Josh Trujillo and Adrian Gutierrez. Well, writer and artist, but you get the point. And why are we covering it? Because I don't know if you noticed, but this movie called Blue Beetle comes out this Friday.
I hate to break it to you. Ain't no one gonna go see it. I'm sorry, man. I know you want this film to succeed, but I don't think Warner Brothers wants this film to succeed.
It's unfortunate, very unfortunate. This book is. I picked this book, and not the first Blue Beetle run from 2007, because this book is a little. It caught my eye in a different way that any book has ever caught my eye. Not only is the art beautiful, but when I picked up this book, it was in Spanish. Yeah, this is the first book that was ever published in Spanish in American soil, from my recollection.
This is America. Ooh. Okay, you tripping, yeah?
Don't get you slipping up. Don't get you slipping up.
We're autistic.
No, James love that song. So, and we are reading this book. It's 6 issue miniseries. Well, this Marvel and DC Infinite has it on both English and Spanish. I did not read the Spanish version as much as I would have loved to read the Spanish version because we didn't have enough time.
Lalo, I gave you an extra day. I don't want to hear you talking. Oh, we don't have enough time.
I mean, I did, but I did have extra time.
Also, we planned this literally since last week. We literally planned this last week, Lalo.
Lalo works better under procrastination laws.
No shit, everyone looks better under procrastination.
Apparently not, man. She told me to not do
it. Man doesn't understand the neutron style.
So we opened the story in El Paso, Texas, where Blue Beetle is late. Why is he late? Because he's fighting Fadeaway, this character who I've never heard of before. And to be fair, I'm not much of a DC reader, but I do know some characters, and I've never heard of this person before. It's not a woman. Looks like a woman.
Lalo, it's 2023. Gotta be progressive.
I don't know them. Is that better?
There we go. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's the best response you can probably have today in today's society.
And so Jaime is fighting Fadeaway, which is making him very late and very, very, very late for his graduation.
Is that what's called graduation?
Yes and no.
Wait, really? That was only that was a part stupid joke? Jesus Christ. I need to stop surprising myself.
Yes and no. This book is called Graduation Day because it is Blue Beetle's graduation day today. This in this issue. And
also, can I talk about the fact they stole this story beat from Amazing Spider-Man 2?
We just spent yesterday watching The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it's still very fresh in Robert's mind. It's not very fresh in mine.
It's like more than fresh in your mind. It's like the Play-Doh of your fucking brain.
That's why wait.
Alright, moving on.
Why did I win for the Nesquik Crunch?
I don't know. Maybe because you have a Nesty Crunch for a brain.
And we have this inner monologue of Jaime saying, I am the Blue Beetle. I've been doing this for a long time, and yet somehow every day is a new day for me. And we are introduced to again the characters. Um, we are introduced to him as a, you know what I mean. We are introduced to him and his scarab Kajida. His
Okay.
scarab is alien. Little background on Blue Beetle. He was a kid from El Paso, a Mexican American kid. I'm pretty sure first generation immigrant. No, second generation immigrant. And actually, I don't remember which generation he is. It doesn't matter. It's not important. But I don't know why I drew focus on it. And he found this thing on him, on his backyard. This thing was the scarab Kajida that morphed into his back and gave him superpowers, especially an armor that is practically indestructible, and it's meant to defend the host of the armor. That host being Jaime. And while he's fighting Fade Away, he is basically he's been fighting Fade Away for the whole summer or like the whole school year, and this is their final confrontation. And the minute he swings at them, they disappear.
It's almost like they fade away.
Yeah, and Jaime manages to throw a blast at them and punch him in the face. After the fight is over, he takes off. He's about to get Fade Away, and they fuck off. They leave.
They go ghost.
They go ghost, going dark. And Jaime's like, well, that was something. God damn it. And he checks his phone and he has 35 missed phone calls from his mom.
Don't you mean
his
33?
brother, his 30, no, it says 33, yeah. He says 33 phone calls from both his father, his mom, and his sister. Why? Because he is late to his graduation.
Oh, my
And he
page
gets
is my page is loading real quick. All right.
And when he gets there, his mom and his mom and his dad are talking about like where could he be? This is the most important day in his life. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? And then he suddenly appears as they're calling his name. They start celebrating. His friend is actually giving his. It's the same scene from Amazing Spider-Man.
You can't tell me you didn't force me to watch that on purpose.
I did not. I swear to God.
That's fucking a lie.
I did not. I did not. The same scene from Amazing Spider-Man 2, where Peter Parker, where Hyman just jumps in mid of her friend's speech, and he's also remarking that he's been having miscommunications with the Scarab lately, and the Scarab is taking longer to take it off. It's not like he can take off the thing from his back. Is that the armor is taking longer to take off, and as he's sneaking in, he sits down next to his best friend Paco, and suddenly he has a panic, a freak out episode where this green character shows up and starts like taunting him, saying, "Did you really think you were free of us?" Because Jaime Reyes is the scarab that attached to him is actually a weapon of mass destruction that turned rogue against their creators. And the minute Jaime has the freak out episode, the flashbacks, he starts changing. And as they're calling his name, he actually doesn't walk up to the podium. and he actually runs the opposite direction and turns into Blue Beetle, flying into space as he is trying to talk to Kajira. And they're replying. Kajira is replying to him, but not in English, not in Spanish either, which is what he says. Can you talk in English, Spanish, anything? And then he starts talking in Reach, which is the language from where the scarab is from.
Ah.
And Jaime is outside of the outer atmosphere of Earth, as he is no longer able to understand the scarab.
That could be a problem.
That would be a problem, considering that they need full communication in order to function properly.
Just like any relationship. Remember, kids, if you don't communicate in a relationship, it's not a true relationship.
And as Jaime is jumping back into Earth, he gets home. He switches out of the armor and he walks home, and every member of his family is like, "What happened? Was it a superhero thing? Was it like, what happened with you? You ran off in the middle of your graduation." And Jaime's like, "I don't know. I don't know what happened." And as they're cornering him, a voice breaks through the silence. It is none other than Superman.
I mean, fucking excuse me.
Which Superman is eating an elote.
What's that, Lalo?
It's just corn. It's
Okay.
corn.
Okay.
It's a cob of corn with mayonnaise and shit all over it. It's really good. It's amazing. Fucking brilliant.
You had me up into the mayonnaise.
Well, you can put other stuff in it, okay? You don't have to put mayonnaise. You can put like sour cream or. It's really good. It's really good. Superman starts talking in Spanish to Jaime's mom.
Motherfucker's pouring a young gravy.
He's like, no. He's like, can I take some home for my wife? And his mom is like, Jaime's mom is like, you have a wife? I didn't know that. Well, how is she? And she's like, and Superman's like, she is the most beautiful woman I've ever met. She is the most intelligent woman I've ever met. She cannot cook to save her life.
Wait a minute, did I accidentally just read along with you? Just do some broken ass context clues that I kind of know or can detach from? Like, the intelligently? Is that intelligence?
Intelligente, yeah.
Yeah, also,
intelligent, most bright
also,
woman I've ever met.
Also, any Spanish speaker, I am sorry. Your boy is gonna butcher a shit ton of words for
Which is why you have me here, Robert. To roast the crap out of you, the shit out of you, while I also correct you like a good friend should.
You're a good translator.
And Superman basically asks Jaime to step outside and talk. And Jaime's like, okay.
I like this panel of him like looking up to the sky, like he's. You know what this reminds me of? Remember the Horton Hears a Who?
Yeah.
That emo Who?
Yes.
That's what he kind of looks like.
God damn it, Robbie. Jaime follows him outside, and Superman's like, "We had a big day today. Like, that was first of all, congratulations. Second of all, thank you for your help during Dark Crisis of Infinite Earths."
Jesus fucking
and
Christ. Damn DC with all the crisis events.
And he's like, "But I need to tell you something. You're grounded. We just received a signal from the Reach that is very concerning to us. And knowing your history with the Reach, we gotta keep you safe somehow. So until we have this issue resolved, you're grounded. You can't see Blue Beetle right now." And Jaime has like a moment of like, why? Like, first he doesn't get it. He doesn't get why. If he's fought the Reach before, if he's faced the Reach before, if he's won against the Reach before. Last time they were on Earth, he won against them. He doesn't get why he has to be held back. But Superman says, think about this as a vacation for you, summer vacation. And by the way, Jaime's not going to college. It's been established that he's taking a gap year to figure himself out because apparently the life of a superhero is very draining on a person.
Look at Peter Parker.
I mean, yeah, who would have thought? Am I right? Um,
When you like superhero responsibilities to get ahead of school, what's the point of that,
and
right?
Superman basically like he says, "Well, that's it. I will be taking my lotes and I will be going home," and then he just flies off. And while flying off, Superman is talking to Batman, and Batman is like, how did the kid take it?" Very well, actually. Batman is worried about the kid, about Jaime. It's not in a I don't trust you enough. I'm being an asshole to you. It's more like I'm scared of him. I'm scared for him, not of him, for him. He's just a kid. But Superman does mention that we need to stop treating him like a kid because he no longer is. Like the kid, dude just graduated high school, and Batman's like, you're right. Um, but we will be keeping an eye on him. And as Jaime walks back inside, he is opening his gifts, his graduation party gifts, and all he finds is toilet paper, towels, and pillows. And he's being told to pack up because he's going to Palmera City
Ah.
in Texas. And you maybe started to see a pattern here because this is exactly where the movie is taking place in.
Oh God. Welcome to the prequel book.
What did you just say?
Welcome to the prequel book.
No, it's not. It's not actually a prequel book.
Then why the
This is taking place in DC continuity.
tomfoolery? All right, moving on.
Sorry, I was drinking water while I said that.
Not choking on something else.
And his parents are saying, well, you don't want to go to college, which is fine. Totally fine. Not fine, but it's also fine.
Okay, Aunt May.
But you can't stay. You can't live in the real world while still living with your parents. Which, like, ouch, bitch, fuck you. And he's being informed that he's being sent to Palmera City. Whoa, I forgot this part. Oh, no, never mind. I got that.
Lalo was lying to us.
No, I didn't. I forgot that this was context from the next issue. Because they set up issues with, like, Marvel Comics.
You see that like it's a bad thing.
Over at Palmera City, there is a new Beetle in town. The Golden Beetle. Into the next issue, Robert. Motherfucker.
I forgot all the like. They also do spotlights. They put everything in it.
Yeah, I did that too, and I also went to the last page of the next issue.
Fucking big brain Lalo.
Well, that's where I left off. Over
This
at
is a really
Palmera
cool.
City.
This is actually a really cool couple. But
I don't know if it's a reference to something.
I'm gonna say this right now. The Gold Beetle looks like a fucking Power Rangers villain.
No, I know. It's meant to be that way.
Hey, who's Bruce Wayne? Oh shit, Zdarsky?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, he's writing Batman.
That's right, isn't that's right? Fuck, I'm an idiot.
I have mentioned this before.
Fuck you, Lalo.
As Blue Beetle is starting a new life in Comrade City, he is there. She's looking at the news and looking at the Golden Beetle, who is now identified has been identified as dynasties in the news, and how there are. This is where
Oh damn!
um,
I know what. Yep, Lalo. Yeah.
and how they're confirming with Diana over at the Themysciran embassy.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that there was a Themysciran embassy.
Judging from the fact
Robert
it's
didn't know that. Robert
judging,
didn't know that the Themyscira was a thing.
judging from the fact it's a woman's society that's enclosed, not really open, to outsiders. Why would they need an embassy?
Because apparently that's no longer the case.
But why would they need an embassy?
I don't know. Don't ask me. And Jaime is enjoying his brand new job at his aunt's restaurant, which is the best restaurant in Palmera City, and possibly the world. And but he keeps having these attacks, these panic attacks, and he has lost connection with Kajida.
Okay, how does one lose connections with that thing? It taps into your spinal column.
He can no longer talk to it, or more accurately, he can no longer understand it.
Who's that Green Lantern?
That is Jessica. Jessica something. It's a Mexican Green Lantern. The only reason why she's in the book because she speaks Spanish.
Someone had a
This story could have
quota.
used because this book could have had literally any other Green Lantern, like Guy Gardner, which is established that Jaime Reyes has a connection with, has teamed up with, but Guy Gardner doesn't like him very much.
Why is that?
Because Guy Gardner's a dick, and Jaime is like really a really cool dude. Except that in the movie he seems like an asshole. But that's details.
Small details, right?
And Jaime's been texting his friends. Paco and the redheaded chick. I don't know. I don't remember her name.
Only here at Stories with Issues, we bring the utmost, research into our videos.
Quality content right there, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck. I'm autistic.
We all know that one, Lalo.
Jaime he keeps like making his new life look like it's the most amazing thing ever. And moving to Palmera City is the best thing that has happened to him. Well, in the meantime, explaining like the background of where he's been, like the community, the outreach that he has from the people here, his aunt's restaurant, and as he turns off his phone, he's telling his friends, "I hope you guys are having a great summer." As he turns off the video, he says, "Because I'm not." And he is late for a meeting at Cord Industries.
When is he not late?
Apparently, all the time, because no one seems to mention that because
this man
he's the Peter Parker for the universe.
Yes, that was going though. Thank goodness, you.
He is meeting with Cord Industries with Ted Cord, the Blue Beetle before him, who's still an active superhero, by the way, and jerking himself off with Booster Gold. His jerk off body with Booster Gold. That's what I meant to say. You know who Booster Gold is, Robert?
Yes, he's the most well-liked DC hero, isn't he? Technically, in the universe.
He's a fucking joke.
Just like you, Lalo. So, he's laughing now.
Hey, he evens out. Booster Gold is a character from the future. He has a super armor, which is a super costume from the future, and he gets punched in the face by Doomsday. Doomsday beats the living shit out of him.
Hey Lalo, is this a Booster Gold book or is this a Blue Beetle book?
It's a Blue Beetle book, but I wanted to bring up Booster Gold because he's very good friends with Ted Cord, and his sister calls Booster Gold his Blue Beetle's boyfriend later in this issue or in this story.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because we meet Victoria Cord along with Ted Cord.
No. You know what this chick? You know who the Gold Beetle looks like? Remember Sky High?
Fuck you.
You see what I'm saying now, right? You see what I'm saying?
I see it. I see it. God damn you. Yeah, and as Blue Beetle's about to enter the door from Cord Industries, we meet Dynasties. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Does she have the nasty? Is that why she's got Dynasties?
I need you to shut the fuck up. We meet her, and she is launching herself at Blue Beetle, not sexually, but violently.
Unfortunately, not sexually.
Which could also be taken sexually, but whatever. And she is beating the ever loving shit out of Blue Beetle.
Well, she is better. She is stronger.
I legit just saw that episode of The Boys. And they're destroying Cord Industries.
Also, I love the fact that Blue Beetle says, "Hey, dollars to a Blue Beetle, come and get me." After getting his ass absolutely handed to him.
And as we're having this fight, Time is trying to talk to Kajida. And they're not having the best of communication at this time. Again, just reinforcing the idea that Blue Beetle is trying to actively communicate with Kajida, and it's not replying. Or it's replying in a different language, which he cannot understand.
You know what that sounds like, Lalo? It sounds like us.
Skill issue?
No, it sounds like us trying to talk to women.
As the fight keeps going, a blast of energy goes against Dynasties, and it's coming from none other than Ted Cord.
Oh God, the fuck is that design? Oh God, that design is a new level of stupid.
It's from the 60s, Robert. Leave it alone.
Yeah, no shit's from the 60s.
And we find out that Dynasties is actually speaking Spanish to Jaime. And we meet Victoria, who is Ted's sister, older sister, and also the CEO of Cord Industries. They're explaining that Dynasties has the same scarab type of that Blue Beetle has, just in a different color. And actually, it's the same one. It's similar to the one that Ted tried to incorporate into his armor, but couldn't he couldn't connect to it.
You know what? Why do they? I like the art. Don't get me wrong, but why the fuck did they give Ted Koch some anime-looking expressions?
I don't know. The art is pretty good in this book.
It is. I'm not
but
knocking
also
it.
there are moments where I'm like, what am I looking at? What is this? And you will see it more as we go through this book. And they're basically telling Jaime that they're gonna interrogate this woman, which like how she only speaks Spanish, but that's not true. She speaks English. Conveniently for our convenience.
Yeah, of course. No,
I don't think Robert could handle reading this book.
Stupid gringos can't speak English or Spanish. Shit, I can't even speak English, so fuck.
And that's your main language.
Fuck you, Lalo.
And Ted is like, well, listen, kid, I know Ted and Jaime are like best buds too. Well, 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 Ted Cord is not jerking off with Booster Gold or whatever. There. Well, whatever. I will knock into Booster Gold as much as I can because I hate him. He is stupid.
You just have to be a contrarian, right?
What?
Isn't fucking Booster Gold the one that is liked by in fucking DC universe? Or am I thinking about
I think so. I think everyone in the DC universe likes Booster Gold. I just don't. For some reason, I can't stand him.
You just like being a contrarian, you know, like Tasm too.
Shut up. And Ted is like, he offered Jaime an unpaid internship.
That's kind of fucking shitty.
Well, it's for taxes reason. He wants Jaime around. He wants to keep Jaime around, keep him busy during this gap year that he's taking. But also, we have no money to like. We have the money, but due to taxes, we can't give you an internship without giving them a reason to. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to work here. We can't give you an internship. We can't give you a paid internship.
You create a rule for the dude. That's all you have to do.
We can't legally do that. Like, that's the thing.
Isn't this man a billionaire now?
He is. They can't legally. Like, he is also a super moral dude. That's the problem. He is one of those moral, like, billionaires.
You fudged the book a little bit. You know, pay this janitor, 12, 15, even 90 grand a year.
You pay your fucking janitor.
He's one hell of a janitor. He's one hell of a janitor. What can I say?
What can I say? He's one hell of a janitor. He clocks in 4 hours a month.
He's a hell of a janitor.
He's a hell of a janitor. Isn't that a little racist that your janitor is Mexican in Texas?
I mean, if he's making $90 million, I don't think anyone really cares about the racial implications, right?
That's fair.
And no, Lalo, that'd be landscapers if it was racist.
Guess you've never been in the education scene, Robert.
That's correct. I don't know what's 1 plus 1, so ha.
So, as Jaime is heading home, he talks to his aunt a little bit. She reminds him that he has a morning shift, and he goes straight to his room to sleep. And where he finds a Starfire right in his bedroom, which is everyone's dream.
Yeah, it's been mine since I was like 10 years old.
We're going into the next issue. God damn it, Lalo.
Aw, sad Kevin Conroy. Oh, that's what that screenshot's from.
Oh, yeah.
Lazarus Planet.
Are you in this? Are you loading the next issue?
I'm going through all the tomfoolery that the fucking DC universe puts out.
Understood, Chief.
Is it a problem I read like Starfire's like voices in
I miss.
No, the who did the voice acting work for the Force Teen Titans TV show? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I read all of like Starfire's stuff in that voice. Okay, the book's open.
At the same time, that same afternoon, Batman goes to Tech Cord to scare the shit out of him and ask how Blue Beetle is doing. Also to fill him in the whole Golden Beetle. I'm gonna call them Golden Beetle and Green Beetle because that's what they look to me, and their names are weird. I don't know how to pronounce them.
Lalo doesn't know how to pronounce Spanish.
And some of their names are not Spanish. I don't know what the fuck Green Beetle's name is. but
Wait,
it's not in Spanish.
there's more than just a blue beetle?
Oh yes, it is explained at the end of the book.
Oh, what the fuck? I don't like that.
As Starfire and Blue Beetle are out into the city, Starfire is telling Jaime to basically like she's gonna train him. She's just gonna train him because, and yes, she knows that he's been grounded, that he's not technically allowed to be Blue Beetle. But like, also, who the fuck cares? You know what I
Justice
mean?
League, Superman.
No. Why the fuck do they care? Like, whose authority are they? That's my question in this one. This is not Starfire talking. This is Lalo talking.
Well, I
Who
mean,
the fuck do
when
they,
the
who
when
the
the
fuck do they think they are?
when the little figure of hope says, "Hey, pal, I'm gonna
You
need
think
you
they
to
could chill
chill out.
day?
I need to just make you have a nice, easy summer. Don't worry about any of the superhero shit. We got that shit covered. Just live life." I'm gonna say, you know what? That sounds a good
Yeah, but Jaime
trade-off.
wants to be Blue Beetle. That's
Well,
the thing.
see, Lalo, unlike, great power comes great responsibility that Peter has, Jaime probably never had that, did he?
I don't know. I don't know
So,
much about Jaime Reyes.
like, thinking about, there's no real drive for him to stay. He wants to keep
No, but
doing this.
he wants to be a Blue Beetle. He wants to be the Blue Beetle because
Just,
he finds it fun.
you get 3 months off, 3 months off after years of fighting crime. I wouldn't knock it, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's not like he gets paid being the Blue Beetle.
No, but yeah, all right. God,
So,
I would be
like,
absolutely.
this is a 3-month period where he can just save up all of his money.
He was talking about that. He was talking about getting his own place. Anyway, they're talking, and Jaime basically tells Starfire that he is scared.
Of what, the Blue Man at Night?
No, about because he doesn't see himself fit anymore. It is kind of like going back to that whole I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
No one does, Lala. No one does.
Part of like because it's like he is doubting himself. He is heavily like doubting who he needs to be, who he can be, and it's really hitting him in the ego and on his confidence.
So is
Which like same.
Are you saying that his ego's running checks his body can't cash?
Correct.
Also, I want.
And-
Okay, Lala, can I protect a story beat real quick?
What's up?
That this stress is what is causing his miscommunication with the Blue Beetle.
Anyway.
It's true, isn't it? It's true, isn't it?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Damn you.
Well, that's the most generic plot point. Shit, fucking Spider-Man 2 did that back in 2004.
Well, it gets explained at the end of the book of what's going on.
But I just never.
In short terms, yes.
Just did it right on the fucking head.
You read this book like a goddamn novel.
No, because it is a goddamn novel. Fucking 6 issues, Jesus Christ. Not moving forward.
Considering the fact that I have to we're doing this twice this week. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the other storyline is, so like, it's a big fucking stress for me.
It's another 6-issue story that I decided to put up on myself.
Jesus Christ, you're retarded. I'm gonna get canceled. I don't care.
That Victoria is interrogating the Golden Beetle. That's what I'm gonna call it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit.
Not the villain from Sky High.
Dynasties. Dynasties. I don't know.
Dynasties.
I'm calling her Golden Beetle.
Dynasties makes it a lot easier.
And they're basically trying to figure out like Victoria's trying to figure out why the fuck she's here and why the fuck like she attacked Jaime. And Victoria he starts like Dynastis is talking about like how Jaime needs to be stopped He's a threat to humanity. He's a threat to all of us. While as the reader, you're supposed to think, wait, you're the aggressor. You were the one who attacked them. But nothing is black and white in comics anymore. So like,
Goddamn politics in my comic books.
literally a teacher of mine's arguments was for not reading comic books anymore.
I love the
Which
fact.
made me like,
I love the fact I've went from using that as an actual statement to as a punchline.
And we get the backstory of this golden beetle. How she was from El Salvador.
Yep.
Yes, she's a teacher from El Salvador, and she one day found this cosmic like scarab that crawled into her and gave her this armor. And since then, she's been
Don't you
trying
hate
to
when that
find,
happens?
right?
You wake up, you go to bed, life's good.
Wake up with a fucking scarab on your back. Yeah, it's freaking terrifying. And she has been hunting down Jaime for like a while now.
Didn't do a really good job now, did she?
And well, she did. She was canning him his ass
Well, but it only
until
took
she got defeated by Ted Cord.
the other Blue Beetle.
And we're back in the town. Starfire is talking to Jaime. Starfire reveals that her powers are not actually like from her being an alien. They're from experiments that were done to her when she was born by her parents.
You know what that sounds like, Lalo?
Trauma?
Sounds like a scare issue.
Oh, it's trauma. It's straight up trauma. And then some guy walks up to her. Some guy just walked up to her and started like offering her flowers to sell, to buy.
Oh, is that what that dude's saying in Spanish?
Yeah. He says, para ti hermosa, 25, pero estoy dispuesto a negociar. And she's like, lovely. How much? And Jaime says, he said it's $25, but I think he's flirting with you. Now, is he? And then she goes up to him, kisses him in the mouth, and absorbs his language. Which,
Bro,
like,
I wish I had that. I wish I had that ability.
No, I wish she learned. I wish she learned Spanish from me.
No, I wish I just had that ability. Imagine kissing the homies and you get like 12 different hate crime languages. That'd be amazing.
Step away from me. Step away from me. And then Jaime's like, what? How did you? She's like, oh, I can learn like language by just touching people. And he's like, okay, why did you kiss him though? Isn't that a bit aggressive? And then suddenly,
because I felt like it. Because
I felt like violating him.
When you're as a flame, and as inflamed as Starfire.
Oh my gosh, yes, I wouldn't mind. Anyway,
Lalo's being horny on Maine. Oh look, it's the Green Beetle. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jaime's being attacked by this Green Beetle, which is Tidbit? Tidbit? Bitit? I don't know what the name.
This sounds like a fucking frog. Tibbit.
Wait, you found the name?
No.
Oh.
I'm just missing the shit that you sound like a fucking frog.
Ribbit. And Blue Beetle, they suit up for battle. And Starfire's like, okay, strategy, Jaime, you take over. And he's like, okay. And Jaime sees that her hands like turn into weapons. So he's like, and the scarab talks to him, and he doesn't understand it, but he says, I can't understand what you're saying, Kagura, but I think I get it. And he forms up a hammer, smashing into the Green Beetle. And immediately, as he drives the Green Beetle into the ground. He tells Starfire to turn the ground into glass, the sand into glass.
So in other words,
Need
Starfire Glass is a planet.
Yeah, no, just that patch, the patch that she fell in, that the Nitida fell in.
But technically, she glassed the planet.
A little bit, a small patch, yes. And as Nitida just switched into a huge kaiju monster.
What the fuck?
I know, right? And Jaime's like, he has another attack. As Starfire is trying to get out with him, get away from him. With him, she gets a vision from the horizon, which are a race of aliens who are coming to Earth. And then she turns into a fireball and knocks down Nitida. And she goes back to Jaime and she says, the horizon are coming. I need to research about this. So she leaves the book for her to research about what's going on. Right?
So you're saying that Starfire went supernova and then just dipped?
Yeah.
That sounds like a vibe.
And as Ted Cord is filling in his sister, there was another beetle spotted downtown. She goes into the vault, gets some weaponry, and it's ready to go.
Ooh, spooky.
Jaime gets a call from Paco, one of his best friend, and they're in the car heading to Palmera City because Fadeaway is with them and they need their help. And into the next issue.
After we get past all of the
fucking ads, yeah, I know, it's so fucking frustrating.
But also, I don't mind it.
We're not doing the epilogue from this book.
Oh,
it's
come
not
on.
necessary.
Why not?
It's in the 6th issue, and I read it, and I was like, so I couldn't have read. I didn't have to read this. All right, whatever.
That's not very storage with issues of you, Lalo.
Next issue 4, Blue Beetle Graduation Day, which, by the way, I love the logo for this book.
Yeah?
I don't know why. I dig it.
Lalo, I think you could dig anything just because it says Blue Beetle on it. And Spider-Man.
I don't know. I do like my little plushie that I bought from not Cinemark. No, it was Cinemark. Anyway.
Real men go to AMC and cry over the Nicole Kidman ad. Because you know why, Lalo?
Because we pray before we eat?
No, because heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
Oh. Ted is analyzing, looking for traces of the other beetle,
the green one,
and can't find any because apparently he didn't put like laser trackers or some shit that his sister asked him to do on the beetle ship.
This seems like this them just dunking on Gold.
No, because they actually shit on Batman too.
Well, everyone shits on Batman.
She makes a joke like, why would Batman only get shit from Wayne Tech? That is, their technology is garbage compared to ours.
Well, see, but if it doesn't cost you anything, why wouldn't you use it?
She doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. That's the thing.
Well, she's just dumb.
And Jaime is having a dinner with his arch nemesis Fadeaway right across from each other. And he's being filled in by his friends. And he's like, does anyone else think it's weird and they're having a conversation where he's like, "You're my arch nemesis," and they're like, "Hyman, stop being so fucking dramatic, dude. You fought him like once or twice." And Paco and this chick, I don't remember her name. He, they're basically saying that Jaime is um God damn it. Jaime is needs to help them to find the one of the materials that Fadeaway's grandfather stole from and sold on the black market of supervillains.
Don't you hate when that happens?
This is a fucking weird plot issue. Like this issue is entirely weird, and it was mind-boggling for me to read.
Oh, cool. So I get to sit back and laugh at you.
Yes,
Cool.
but it was also like it was necessary, I guess. I could have gone with the whole story without this issue, though. Just saying.
Oh, so it's a filler issue.
Yes, it absolutely is. Which was very common during. It's apparently very common in regular runs of DC, just having regular like filler issues, because this same thing happened in the Flash book
Says the man who
by
loves
Joshua
Marvel.
Williamson. By Joshua Williamson, the Flash run that I read a couple months ago.
Yes.
Yeah, the same thing happened.
I mean, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like
A
Zeb.
skill issue?
It sounds like Zeb Rose
Oh.
Spider-Man 1.
And Fadeaway basically started explaining like that his grandfather was a supervillain. He stole magical artifacts and sold them on the black market. He is now trying to rebrand the name, do a whole rebrand of Fadeaway by being a superhero now, or a hero at least, at the most minimum. And they need Jaime's help from stealing an artifact in order to refurbish his image. Correct? See? Got it?
Rebrand his image. Rebrand time.
Yes.
That's like how this is. Haha. Self-referential humor.
And
Real funny
what's
now.
the artifact? It's a purse. It's a magical purse that was bought by Victoria Cord.
Okay.
And Jaime's like, how are we gonna get in here? No, everyone's like, how are we gonna get in there? And Jaime's like, I have
Oh God.
a pass to get in.
Fuck this.
I have
That's
I
lazy
have
ass
an internship.
storytelling. That's lazy.
I have an internship pass to get in. And they're like, okay, we got that covered now. Good. So as they go in, I said, I have to say though, I don't know how far my security clearance is good for. And Fader was like, don't worry about it. You're good. And they're going in, and they realize like Hyman did a fuck of he did a work on this place during his fight with the nasties.
Yes.
And Jaime turns into the Blue Beetle, and Paco's like really excited because he hasn't seen him in a while, and he missed doing this with him. And as they're going through, they find themselves with a fadeaway where there are. The plan is for Paco and the redheaded girl. I don't remember her name. Again, I will say this every time I bring her up.
So fortunately enough, there's probably one more reference of who?
No, unfortunately not. She's gonna become a regular in this book.
Oh, so you really fucked up with the name, huh?
I did. She's also gonna become a regular in the new Blue Beetle run that they're putting out in September.
So what you're saying is that you're just a damn idiot?
Which I'm definitely gonna pick up. Um, and the plan is for them to create a distraction over at the elevator, while Blue Beetle and Fadeaway go into the vault where apparently they're all the merchandise is, and take what they need. See,
Okay.
got it, Robert? You got the plan?
Senor Zabala.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, as they're going through it, they find with Yamada, which is
Oh, now you can pronounce your fucking name.
well, that is it's. I forgot it. Okay.
How did you forget it? It's like 19 different times.
No, this is the woman,
Yes, I'm
the
aware.
golden beetle.
I'm aware. They said it like 19 different times up to this point.
Oh, I didn't read it.
Yeah, no shit.
Xiomara.
See,
Xiomara.
they literally mentioned it the first time, you know, when she's trapped in that prison cell. You know, Victoria Court literally said her name.
And Jaime's like asking, like, what the fuck is your problem with me? Why you hate me so much? Why do you don't like me? Because you're black.
No, Lalo,
You haven't heard that meme? You haven't heard that meme?
I've heard that meme, but you know, can we not?
The way you.
Can we not pull gamer moves on stories with issues, please? I don't want to edit stuff, Lalo.
Anyway,
moving on.
As Jaime's explaining, like asking her, like, what's her problem with him? He's like, I'm scared. I don't know what's going on, dude. Like, I'm just keep getting dreams of this army and telling me that I have to kill you. Crazy. And Jaime's like, oh shit.
I was crazy once.
And as they are talking, Fadeaway is getting the stuff. Jaime is talking to her, being explained like Xiomara thinks he's a threat. He doesn't know what she's talking about. And Paco, and I'm hoping I catch her name in a second throughout this book. I swear to God.
Probably not.
I'm probably not gonna get it.
I'm gonna laugh my way to the bank.
I think it's Brenda.
That seems too basic of a name. I don't trust it.
I'm gonna go for it. Paco and Brenda she sets up the alarm and they are captured, which is part of the plan. Because they know they're not gonna like get arrested or anything. They're gonna get kicked out of the building and that's about it. But yeah. Just enough is calling enough attention to them so that Blue Beetle and Fadeaway can get into the vault and get what they need. But as they get it, they set off a reaction that shuts off the power of the entire place, and Xiomara gets out of her cell.
I hate when that happens.
And Fadeaway immediately turns on Jaime and dips out. And Jaime is left behind to deal with the consequences. As his friends have been kicked out of the building, Ted Cord and Victoria Cord jump in and start yelling at him. Like, what the hell happened, dude? What did you do? I'm like, what did I do? Why do you have like so much technology that was bought illegally? And then Victoria's like, okay, I know what you're trying to say. I get it. You're skeptical of me. I get it. I bought those technologies. I bought those alien technologies because that's my job, dude. I have to study alien technology, and I'd rather like buy it illegally or get it illegally or do all this shady stuff to get it just so I can get it out of the streets. Which, like, fair point.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like the Punisher's excuse for killing criminals.
No. This is better because she is not using it maliciously. She's just getting it so it's out of the streets and doesn't affect anyone.
It sounds like a skill issue. It sounds like you're just trying to... So, well, you know, she's actually doing a better job.
Yes. She's being more effective than Fran fucking Castle. I mean, which the bar is pretty low.
That's not saying much, yeah.
the bar is a trip is so low that it's a tripping hazard in hell. And here Frank Castle is limbo dancing with the devil. Anyway, Jaime is basically told by Ted Core to like, you need to chill out, dude. And Jaime has a breakdown again where he's like sad because he knows he messed up. He knows he let Fade Away get away. I just rhymed by accident.
You're stupid.
And I am. And he has a moment. Jaime has this thing where he says, "I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do this. Like, Ted, you're not gonna tell Batman, are you?" And Ted is like, "Buddy, this is Batman we're talking about. He already knows." And Batman is setting up, like, alerting the Justice League to get ready to go to Palmera City.
You know, as one does.
And into the next issue.
Dun, dun, dun. Shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
All the ads. Oh, look, Dawn of DC. The 19th relaunch of DC.
This just wrapped up. Like,
I know.
this is very recent.
Well, I would imagine they would, Lalo. No.
And also, like, this book is getting relaunched in September. So, like, next month.
Assuming if the film actually
am I gonna pick it up? No, they're gonna do it eventually because they already paid for those issues, buddy. Are you in issue 6?
I'm still loading. Okay, yep.
Oh. Okay, we get a cool ad for Batman Spawn.
Well, it decided to beat me all the way to the fucking Flashpoint. What the fuck? Things got goofy. Things got goofy, Lalo. Things got goofy.
What's Flashpoint?
Not Flashpoint, but I'm saying like a fucking panel of the Flash. Like I'm on page 4 instead of page 1.
Oh. Again?
There we go. Never mind, I fixed it.
We got a cool issue for Batman Spawn, which is the deluxe edition collection.
That one I just skipped over because we built different.
Written by Tom McFarlane, Frank Miller, Doc Munch, Chuck Dixon, and Alan Grant.
I'm never going to skip that stupid book, am I?
We're doing it eventually.
Oh God, I don't get paid.
I want you to know that.
I don't get paid enough for this, Lalo.
We're not gonna do the old ones. We're gonna do them written by Tom McFarlane.
Oh, you mean the one I always complain about not being able to read?
Yeah, now you can read it, Robert.
Well, no, I'm just talking about the fact that it opens up so boring. I don't even care about it.
And Shazam is up here fighting Natita with the Green Lantern, getting his ass mollywopped by her. The Flash, we have the Flash going. This is Wally West Flash, by the way.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
You act like I know what the fucking Flash is all, Lalo.
Wally West, Barry Allen, Kid.
See, you don't even know. Ha! Gotcha.
Bartholomew Allen. Then we have. I'm pretty sure that's it. Jay Garrick. We have.
No one cares all this, isn't it? We're not doing a Flash book, are we?
No, we're not. But you brought up the Flash, and Flash is my bread and butter.
Well, not to know you bought the Flash.
Anyway, and Ted is like, okay, we need to like get our shit together. Jaime, you need to stay back. And he's like, what? Why? Because you have already done enough. But please, Ted, let me help. If you just let me enough. And Starfire's like, Jaime was strict. You know that. It's like, and Victoria's like, that doesn't give me much confidence, you know, right? You know that, right? And Jaime just suits up and leaves. As the rest of the Justice League are arriving, like Cyborg and Batman, and they're all going at it. fighting Nitira and Dynasties.
Okay.
Starfire is she goes up against Cyborg because she's basically saying like Jaime is our expert on Beetle stuff, on the scarab shit. So like you need to stand down. He's siding with Blue Beetle, which is really impressive against her friends and colleagues. And
maybe Jaime does something a little nasty off screen. You know what I mean?
oh my God, Robert, he's a kid. He's like 20 something.
He graduated high school. He's 18.
Yeah, she's like 20 something.
Okay, and he's legal age.
Jesus Christ.
Lalo, it's not like he's 18. He graduated high school. He's fine.
I'm not making this joke. Never mind. As Jaime is getting ready to fight, he is thrown off by another character who I did not care enough. Black Condor. Okay, thrown off by the Black Condor.
Jesus Christ. This feels like an end of a Marvel book.
Yeah. And he is basically telling Jaime that he is here to protect the world, Earth, and he doesn't care who stands in his way. And Jaime's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You sound so up at high and mighty, dude. And Green Lantern.
Oh, look.
Green Lantern. Jessica Green Lantern.
She's wearing a quota.
Yeah, she's speaking Spanish. Well, to be fair, Dynasty started the conversation in Spanish because she is from El Salvador. So, of course, Jessica's going to talk in Spanish because, yes, we're fulfilling a quota right here.
Ooh, can we cover the what if Miles Morales issue?
No.
No.
And
okay.
as they're fighting, like Shazam goes up against the Dynasties in the fight, and Dynasties beats Shazam's ass. By the way,
Yeah, that seems like a trend.
beating up Shazam.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I guess
Shazam is box office poison at this point.
Well, isn't it only like 5 kids, really?
No, not in here, not in this timeline. No, that's only in Flashpoint, Robert. Here is just Billy Batson.
Okay, so it's 1 kid.
Yeah, it's 1 kid.
It's even worse.
It's the one that got killed. It's the one that got killed.
Yes, I'm aware which one got killed, Lalo. Also, if you want to see the Flashpoint issue, we don't recommend it much because we fucked up and live streamed it. But
it's on the playlist of our season 2023 of Stories with Issues, which you should definitely go watch. Spider-Man Blue. Because I enjoyed Spider-Man Blue. Anyway, back into the book. Jessica. Shit. Batman is filling in. He jumps in and starts like talking to Ted Cord, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and how they lost communication with Jaime Reyes. Because you guys were too busy yelling at him instead of actually listening to him, but whatever. I'm just here as a bystander. I'm not butting in like I should be.
Well, because no one else can handle the Neutron style of the true Blue Beetle.
Jaime Reyes.
Yes.
Well, he's technically not the true Blue Beetle.
Well, does he not have a blue? Does he have a Blue Beetle coming out of his back?
He is the only one who's made a full connection with the Scarabs.
So it makes him a true Beetle, doesn't it?
Both Ted Cord and the other one tried and failed, so I'm just gonna leave that out there.
So he is a true Blue Beetle. Moving forward.
Yes. We have this cool moment where Jaime is fighting the Black Condor, and Barry. Wally jumps in with the chain and starts saying like, it's a rule for thumbs. It's a rule of thumb of the average boat to have 1 foot of anchor chain for every foot of length the vessel is, and the average cruise ship is over 1,000 feet long. You should that should be more than enough to hold you, right? But he's saying that at such speeds that Jaime can't understand him.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Stop. He says, "Stop talking so fast. I can't understand what you're saying." He actually says that.
I wanted to be making. I would always want to say that in like, the most redneck voice I could do, without it being like really offensive. So I finally got the excuse to.
Jaime is, well, he's Mexican, but he's also like a redneck. So like,
I mean, he is a Texan, so yeah.
I don't know. He is from Texas, which you know the rule. Not everything is bigger than Texas.
Well, you know, rednecks. If you're born in Texas, by law, you have to be a redneck. By law.
And Starfire is talking to Victor, telling him to stand down and listen to them because they're in the right. And Victor's like, but the kid's wrong, you know that, right? It's like, do you know how often we've been wrong? You know how often it is for us to be wrong? Cut the kid some slack, dude. And he's like, nah, fuck it. And he shoots at them.
All the other kids with the pumped up.
The pumped up kicks better. And as Jaime is wrapped up.
Was that a kill shot?
No.
Not a kill shot, but enough shot to mollywop him?
No, as Jaime is like trying to get out, both Beetles jump on him and he's like, can everyone stop trying to kill me for 1 fucking second? And he starts talking to the 2 Beetles, telling him like, I'm not what you think I am. I am not with the Reach. I am not a soldier of them. I just wanna defend my planet. And he gets shot. Jaime gets shot.
That's what was causing it. It misloaded again.
And he is knocked out entirely for the fight. And
I was right. It was a kill shot. Well, knockout shot at least.
And in his mind, he is talking to his mom. And his mom is telling him, like, you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to become this, and this. And his father's like, and Jaime just snaps at both of them and says, I'm not throwing my life away. I'm being a superhero. I can't be a superhero, go to college, do this, everything you're asking from me. You're tearing me apart.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
God damn it. And while he's saying this, the monster that's been like onto him throughout the book is like, you're wasting your time, buddy. This gap year you're taking, yeah, guess what? It's a whole waste of time. You need to like figure your life out before you can do anything. And Jaime's like, no, it's not real. This is not real. And as he's saying that, Kaji dies trying to formulate English again. And and Jaime has a meltdown where he realizes that this is where by the way, when I was reading this is where it got a little too real.
Oh yeah. I can imagine
I'm currently going through the same thing Jaime is. I haven't been in school for a while, but I'm also sustaining my own job. And this moment for me was really cathartic for me, where Jaime doesn't have to worry about his life moving so fast. The same way that I've been struggling for the last couple of years to figure out where my life has to go, where it can go, or what it has to go. Reading this was very like, eye-opening for me, really cathartic. And I want to thank the writers for this, by the way. Just little tidbit that I'm throwing in here. Thank you. And Jaime has this moment of his thick Dan Garrett, the first Blue Beetle.
Oh, you're not
Together,
going to talk about the fact that my accurate prediction was fucking on the money.
yeah, no, it was. Absolutely was. Together, you guys inspired generations of heroes when you fought alongside one another. That Cord, the second Blue Beetle, that could never tap into your power, but that made him less. That never made him less of a hero. I always struggle to live up to your potential, Kaji. I wonder if I'm the reason you feel so helpless. That's driven by duty and hope for the future, but that's not what I've felt lately. The uncertainty, the fear of being so alone. These new beetles, they're terrified of both of us. They've terrified both of us. Me, we survived because we have friends we can always depend on. I can do it again. I know we can do it again. Help me, Kaji. We'll find a way through this. Together, we're unstoppable. We're done being afraid. And the armor evolves.
He goes Super Saiyan.
And and for the first time in a while, Jaime can understand what Kaji was trying to say. And says, system back online. Legado armor activated. And says, I missed you, hermano. Which means I missed you, brother. The sentiment is shared, hermano. And they are together again. They're in sync again. And they are ready to fight with this new armor, which is called legacy armor.
Ah.
And as he is saying that, like,
Honestly, okay, I'm going to hop in here. I see why they call it legacy armor. Because it has elements of both.
of all the three Blue Beetles.
Exactly, yeah.
Like the spike on Ted's head, on Dan's head, the shoulder pads of basically like a mixture of all three Blue Beetles combined.
Yep.
And as he's having this moment, Batman and Superman arrive.
Oh look,
and Batman's like,
it's the S that stands for hope.
and they're basically like, we're sorry. We messed up. We mistrusted you.
Misinput. I didn't mean to click that.
You didn't deserve this. And so like now you call the shots, Jaime. And Batman is like, you were willing to like stand. You were willing to fight for everyone, even if it led to your own destruction. And the message that they were decoding is basically like arriving now, and the horizon are here.
That's
into the next.
That's quite unfortunate for him. Wait, Lalo, we got to cover the Jurassic League. Come on, Lalo.
Fucking weirdo! God damn it!
Come on,
we will be covering that. I will read it eventually.
It's amazing. How can you be disappointed when something looks this awesome?
Into the next issue.
Oh look, Shazam free with the Godad.
Yeah, again, box office poison.
Hey Lalo, I wouldn't be talking this much trash for a film that's on track to earn $30 million on its domestic opening.
You shut the fuck up.
That was double after the initial estimate of $15 million. So, upgrades, right? Upgrades.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades. We're jumping into the next issue.
Oh look, Shazam.
The
Written by Mark
horizon
Waid.
are here. Yeah, the horizon are here.
Yes.
And Jaime is getting incoming message after incoming message, trying from Kajida, and so much information, so much noise, and and Jaime is asking Kajida to translate it, and he realizes it's not a war signal; it's a distress call.
Don't you hate when that happens?
The Horizon ship is damaged, and we need to help them. And Superman is immediately jump into the situation like, you heard the man. Jaime called the shots. And Batman immediately says, yes, call the shots. And Jaime's like, me? Why? Like we said, we trust you. If anyone can stop this, it's you. Okay, let's go. And he sends Superman, Shazam, and Jessica, the Green Lantern, into stopping the ship Beauty. Basically, Superman and Jessica and Shazam are gonna stop the ship, while Jaime is gonna stop the meteor shower that's coming with the ship, while Jaime drops power from literally every part of its armor into the suit. It says the legacy armor makes it feel like there's lightning in my vein. But my strength doesn't come from the armor. It comes from everything I've gained along the way. I owe every step of my journey to those who stand beside me, mentors, friends, family. Every mistake I've made is a lesson I've learned, and I'll never stop fighting for the legacy of those who came before me. With all of my with all of them by my side, I cannot lose. And Jaime is basically drawing every power into the armor and getting it in, putting it into the blaster, even though doing so may damage the other systems in the suit. And as he does that, he shoots the blaster into the ship, managing to move it out of the course of the city, crash landing it far away from it. The ship's speed is decreasing, and it's being sidetracked to somewhere else. And which is where when Jaime says, "Okay, all powers now, like into the suit, the flight suit of the flight technicians into the suit of the suit," which pushes the ship out of the way, but knocks out Jaime, where literally, which is where Condor, Flash, and Dynasties is jumping into helping everyone they can. In the meantime, but Jaime is falling off, like in the Avengers, when Iron Man is falling out of the sky.
Also, can we talk about the fact that, superheroes, like the Speedster is saving people, like, Age of Ultron?
Yeah. And Jaime is falling out of the sky, and everyone is yelling at him to wake up, whilst he is not, and he is caught by Superman. And Jaime arrives Superman flops him down to the ground. He says, "You did good, Jaime. I'm glad I helped." And then the ship opens up, and the horizon is there, which are like these aliens, and they all freak out at the sight of Hyder Reyes because they think he's part of the Reach army.
Yeah, he's a weapon of mass destruction.
And they basically tell the other Beetles that they failed their mission. They were supposed to destroy him and clear the planet of Reach, and they're like, no, Jaime's one of the good guys. He has gone up against the Reach. He has defied the Reach. Like he is in our team. And then Superman jumps in and is like, yeah, actually, I can vouch for Jaime Reyes. He is one of the good guys. And they're like, you're from the elf family. That symbol, it means hope.
See, now you're embracing the joke. You're no longer mad at the joke.
And they're basically explaining that they are a refugee society trying to escape from the Reach's embrace. They fought against them for millennia, and they have been escaping forever. And they have nowhere else to go. And they are here looking for a permanent home. And everyone's like, what? Why? And Green Lantern is actually saying like, well, I can talk to the Guardians. We can find a new place for you guys to live in. And Jaime's like, no, they stay here in Palmera City.
I don't think the residents would be very happy about it, but okay.
Well, Jaime's like, they're my responsibility.
Yeah.
And I'm here to protect them. I will be here to stand by them by their side. And Superman's like, that's very noble of you, Jaime. Well, in the meantime, Victoria jumps in and it's like, and we'll build a new society for them and everything's gonna be fine. And I'm still mad at you for stealing shit from my ball, Jaime, but we're gonna walk past that. And we're gonna work with you and yada yada yada. And basically this is the wrap up of the book. Where they're all like thanking Jaime.
They're pretty much just patting each other on the back.
Exactly. And we meet up weeks later where it says, my name is Jaime Reyes. I'm kind of a superhero. I grew up somewhere special with a family that loved me and supported me through all sorts of tough times. It was somewhere that made me the hero I am today. I live in the city now, but it's starting to grow on me. New friends, a new job, and new adventures. And basically, like, his Brenda and Paco are moving to Palmera City. They're transferring to the Palmera City University. Jaime is developing a society for the Horizon, and it won't be easy, but we'll figure it out together. After all, I'm the Blue Beetle, and I totally have this under control. And we have this last shot of the book.
I like that. This is a happy shot. This is how all books should end.
Not in a dark blue basement.
No, we can have some of those
talking
endings.
to a record.
You know, that we can rant about how poorly some adaptations adapted that storyline later.
Jesus Christ!
We don't talk about that one just quite yet. We'll rant about that on our Spider-Man issue, but this is a DC
the
issue.
Next Spider-Man issue. This is Spider-Man. This is a DC book. And we are reaching the epilogue, which is telling us that Gimmicks will return and fight Blue Beetle, and that's about it. It's all to be continued in the Blue Beetle Scarab War #1, out in September. Go read it, everyone. I don't care if you read it. And this is Blue Beetle graduation day. Again, this story was really fun, and I think it's very good representation of like, this is what I'm hoping to see in the movie. Not like this story in particular, but like I want to see unity through family and strength through unity.
Isn't that what the Fast and Furious film is though?
God damn it!
But I get what you mean. I don't
have friends. I have family.
But from like the trailers, it seems like
this is gonna be it.
Yeah, because has him taking his family through with them on the Beetlemobile.
The Beetle ship, or like whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Ship.
we all know what we're talking about. No one knows the name of it.
And this is graduation day. Please, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Subscribe. Um, Join us in the conversation down on the comments, and
We'll see
keep
you
reading.
Friday because fucking Flatchers.
We'll be back on Friday.
We're doing a double upload because we hate ourselves. I'm Robert,
And I'm Lalo, and this is Thursday with Issues. Good night.
peace.